Okay, now we're going to apply tape to both sides of your pocket holders. Doesn't matter which way you do this, but apply strong tape. And make sure that you don't get it down into that fold line. Fold it back. Now you're going to peel your tape off. Don't lay it down. Make sure it's staying straight up. Okay, remember where your front of your book is. This is the front. Because what I like to do is the side that has the line down, I like to put that to the back. You're not going to see it, but it's just a personal preference. Now you're going to open up your page and put it over, open up your pocket and put it over your little binder. Center it between your binder. Then I like to start pressing with the middle going out. Make sure it's all the way down before you press. Then I bring it down, press it down tight here, flip it over, press it down again there. And that creates your first page pocket. Now, I'm going to do this with all 6. Doesn't matter if you use the skinny tape or the wide tape. If you use the skinny tape, I like to put 2 rolls of it. A roll at the top. And a roll down there at the bottom. Okay, now we have all 6 envelopes attached to our book. Now what we're going to do is start doing I'm building our pages. The first page I have is a page that flips from the outside of the pocket and opens up. For my pages that I'm building, I'm going to try to use a cardstock that's close to the color that it is already. Okay, to make our first pocket, I'm going to cut it at 9 inches. Okay, and then we need to score it. Our page is 10 inches long, so I don't want it to go down into the fold, so I'm going to score it at slightly slightly shorter than the 10-inch mark. And let's give that a fold down on the score line. And that's going to go right there. So to make it easier to put down into that page, I'm going to very slightly taper the very top of the page here. Just to fold the part that's going to fold down. Okay, and it's going to fit in there like this. So what I want to do is I want to tape it here. And your ATG tape is just fine for that. Tape it at the ends. And I want to tape it. I like to get a lot of tape so it doesn't slide out. Then you're going to turn your pocket for me, open it up, and wiggle this in, leaning up against the bottom. Let's turn it so you can see. Don't let the top hit yet. Hit it so it's all the way down to the fold line. I like to fold it in. Make sure it's centered before I press it down. Okay, and that locked it down, and that created our flip out pocket. And then if you want to, you can leave this pocket open and have another large tag spot. But I like to, the part where I have the flip out page, I like to have it secured down. So all I do is I take some of my tape and I tear a couple pieces off. It's just a good length. And I put them on the inside. To hold my pages together, which gives my page an extra thickness. Then I measure across, and I want to put another piece right across the top opening. Right there at the edge. I just butt it up against that edge there at the bottom. And line it up. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing, but I can't. I don't know if you can see that right at the very top there. Okay, then pull your tape off from the middle first. Not letting it sit down yet. I keep my hand in there to keep the pocket open. And they're not at the top. So then after I get that, I lay it flat. Then I go and pull the top part off. Lay it down again and flatten it out. That just makes this pocket here just a little bit stronger. It won't flop open if you push on the sides because you have it taped down. That's your first flap. The next one I did, I left it open because I'm going to put a jumbo tag in the inside. So you just flip that out the way. This one is to flip open. This one is the jumbo tag. Now you can decorate it any way you want to. What I did was I took a piece of cardstock that I took from this side of the page that was left over and put a pocket on the side here The other two pieces I put as tags. So we're going to do a jumbo tag for that one. Then the next one, I have a flip-up pocket. We're going to do the flip-up pocket the exact same way that we did the flip-down pocket. And let's show you. Except this time, this is our third one. This time we're going to need to measure it this way at our 10-inch mark. Going to measure it at our 10. And we're going to score it at our slightly smaller than 9. Okay, fold it in at your score marks. Okay, and this one I still taper it in. Now, see where it has to go. Your tape needs to go on this side. Once again, this is fine for the ATG tape. Right there at the top. If I go over, I just roll it down. But you want it right there at the edge. And make for sure you get these side flips down good. And across the bottom. Okay, turn your book. Make sure you got it the right side up. I like to get it right at this edge over here. Make sure it's right at the top. If it's off a little bit, I can still pull it up and get it straight. So I didn't press it down yet. Once I have it in place, then I'll give it a good press down. Remember, this isn't going to be seen because you're going to put your paper over it, your decorative paper. Let's furnish it down real good. And now we have it. We have our flip out page, our jumbo pocket, our flip up page. And I'm going to close this off, this one off here too, the same way that we did the very first one to make a solid pocket there. Okay. Then this is going to be another pocket page. I did every other one with the jumbo pocket. Now this one is going to be our flip up page. I'm going to show you how to do this page, but what I did was I didn't do these flip ups until I knew what my background color was going to be, but I'm going to show you on this other one anyway. and you figure out what size you want and how many do you want to put on here. I'm going to do these, you know, they go the 10-inch way. So I'm going to cut these, and I want to be able to put a 4x6 picture on them. So I'm going to cut these 10 by, okay, 10 this way for 10 by 6. So we're going to just cut these at 6 inches. Let's just move our book out of the way. We can cut the 10 first. Slightly smaller than the 10. Then we're going to do the 6. Okay, there's my 3 pieces. Now I'm going to score them at the 4 1/4 mark, 4 1/2. No, 4 1/4 mark. I'm going to slightly taper these sides in too. Okay, I'm going to pull our page back down. Okay, and then all I did was I put my one at the top. I centered it right at the very top. Okay, I'm going to use my tape and tape the back. Across the top. press it down. I'm just going to take my tape. Make sure you get all 4 sides. Put that all the way up to the top and all the way over to the edge. And glue that down. Now, what I did was, first of all, I figured where I wanted my 3. If you want more pictures, you can do the same thing with more of these flaps, if you want to put more flaps in. Then my last one would be right here. So I know that's where I want to put my next one. It's going to be right there. You can always do a little pencil mark over on your edge here. To tell you where to tape the next one. Do not do a pin in case you don't have it in the exact same spot. You can erase the pencil mark. Line that up with my pencil mark. Line the edge up over this side. Okay, like I didn't get it exactly, I can erase that. Make sure that's down tight. Get my next piece of my background paper, whatever I wanted it to be. All 4 sides. Remember where your fold is. I'll just leave it up a little bit. Line it up with your edge. And glue that down. So that'll be the next flap. Then, for my very last flap, I don't have to mark anything because I want it to go down at the bottom. I don't have to line my last flap up because I want it to be down at the very bottom. I'm going to do the same thing. With the tape. This time I'm lining the side and the bottom. And then I'm going to take my last piece, which this one isn't big enough. You're going to take the last piece and it's going to fit the area in here, your 4 by 6.5. I mean 4.5 by 10. This one, I didn't have a piece big enough. And that's going to cover the inside of there. You're going to have the whole piece there covering that. So then that's going to be your waterfall, your flip up pages there, like that. But these go on after you figure out what you want your background paper to be. And then, as the other one, I fill off the inside of this pocket like I did with the very first one. And then this last one is going to be an oversized tag. Let me show you how I did my oversized tag. They're really simple to do. Okay, for my tags, these tags aren't going to be seen. So it doesn't matter what color that they are. You're going to take your pocket size, remember, is a 9 by 10. But your pocket isn't a full 10 because remember we taped it down at the bottom. So I would do mine at about 9 1/4. And since the pocket is a 9, you want to do it a little bit smaller than a 9 so it'll slide in and out of there. So we're going to do our, let's see, 8 3/4 by 9 1/4. You can always trim them down if you made them too big. 8 3/4 by 9 1/4. And I like to use a heavyweight cardstock for this, because then you can cover it up with paper and it'll be nice and a nice sturdy tag. Let's get our pocket back here. And make sure it slips down. It's going to slip down real good. I'm going to take a piece of your scrap cardstock. All I did was I folded it in half. Got a good edge on it. The corner chompers. And let's use the deco end. I just put it up in my end piece here. Make sure they're out all the way. Put your piece in there. Okay, remember which way your pocket goes. That's the important part. Your pocket goes in this way. So this is going to be my very first pocket. My very first tag, so I'm going to put it up towards the top. And all I'm going to do is tape. And I'm not going to put it right there at the edge, but very close to the top. And the way I did it on the deco edge that I used, it has that little lip. I brought my paper right to that lip on each side. Pressed it down, brought the top down. Then I covered my paper. That's why I didn't have it to the edge, so my paper can get here real good. I covered it with my decorative paper. Whatever kind of paper I want. I covered it with my paper. And then when I do my next tag, I'll put the one at the bottom, and then I'll center the other one between the other two. Just make sure that your scrap paper is all the same size. And then it'll slide right into the one that you have for the pocket. It'll slide right in there, and leave the little tag out. Gives your pocket, your page, all the stability now, especially when you cover it with all of your different cardstocks or your papers. It's going to make it even more stable. So this is our book. All we have to do now is do a little bit of decorations left on the front and decorate your flap on the inside and decorate all your pages. This is the pocket page. Make your other two pockets. This is your flip up page. This is another pocket page. This is your triple flip page. And your last pocket page. All you have to do now is decorate your album to whatever you want it to be. It's the same thing. Landslide. This is the same album, but I made my pages a little bit different. Okay? And I want to thank you for there we go. That's our old one, and here's our new one. And I want to thank you for watching my video. Bye.